Hello, people. Hi, this is Greenstone Lobo, and you're watching me on Facebook Live. So, today I'm going to be talking about the Gemini Ascendants. Okay, let me reiterate once again. When I'm talking about ascendant, means it is the ascendant, the ascending zodiac sign, the zodiac sign which goes on the ascendant, on the horizon, the eastern horizon when you're born. We're not talking about your zodiac sign. Remember this, we're talking about your ascending zodiac sign. So today we're going to be talking about the Gemini Ascendant. So how is it going to be for 2020 people? Let's see that. So I'm going to be, we'll start with the 1951 to 1951 to 61. So this is one patch. Clubbed with this is going to be the people who are born in the years 1990 to 2005. So this is one slot. I repeat again, 1951 to 1961, and then 1990 to 2005. So these are the people who have Pluto in its either in exaltation or in its own house in their charts. So now these people have Pluto very, very powerful. So what it means is that it is going to be most of the time it is going to be positive for them. So now let's talk about the older lot, which is 51 to 61 born people. For you, Pluto is going to enter into the 8th house. So 8th house can mean sometimes, so it is a 6th lord for you, 6th house planet. 6th house planet entering into the 8th house can mean some health returns. So that is one possibility. At this age, I mean, when you're 60 plus, okay, so that could be the biggest challenge which can come up your way. And if you're going to be talking about the younger lot, for you, the 6th lord is going to 8th house. So this can mean something like you can be getting into, let's say, a technical work. If you're going to be getting into engineering or medicine or surgery or research or any sort of a work which will involve a lot of physical activities, then it can be a fantastic year for you. So in all, this is going to be a very transforming, it's going to be a life transforming kind of an year for Gemini Ascendant people, because not just Pluto, but also Saturn is going to enter into the 8th house. So the younger people can expect some sort of a roller coaster ride. That could be some sort of a transformation. The transformation can even take them from one place to the other. If you're going to be, if there is any kind of a physical ailment, if you already have, then you need to be a little careful about that, because this can just exacerbate the whole thing. It can just, lead to further complications. So you need to be careful about that. You need to be careful about the body surgeries. There can be some sort of an accident, and if at all you would have given any money to anybody. I mean, the 8th house also indicates other people's money. So if at all you owe money to others, or if you are into any situation where you have involved other people's money and got into some sort of a business or something, then you can be into some sort of a trouble. So you need to be a little careful about that. Yeah. So Pluto entering into the 8th house is not it's a tricky thing. It all depends on, are you doing any kind of a work which is connected with the 8th house? If it is so, then it's going to be good. Okay, one important thing for people who are born between 1951 to 61 and 1990 to 2005 is that the good news is that you will have Uranus exalted in the 11th house for you. So the 9th lord is getting exalted in the 11th house, and that could be a good news because there is a 9th 11th connection. So if at all you're going to be getting into any kind of a business activity where you are investing money, it can be also something which is connected to a foreign country, something to do with learning, something to do with education, something like going abroad. All of those things can be very, very good for you. So if at all you're going to be getting into any sort of a thing like that, then that can be a fantastic news. Okay, so talking about people who are born in the some of the years 1962 to 1966 and 1973 to 1979. Okay, so Gemini Ascendant people who are born between 1962 to 1966 and 1973 to 1979. This can be a little tricky because you people would be having Uranus also debilitated. So while you have Pluto entering into the 8th house, you will also have the Uranus, the 9th lord is getting debilitated in your 11th house. Okay, so that is not really a very good news, because 9th house means luck, 9th house means legal matters, 11th house means return on the investment, 9th house means international assignments. So there can be challenges in this area. Besides, you also have a Pluto and a Saturn entering into the 8th house. Once again, not a very, very good news. So yeah, I'm not really seeing very, very happy news for people with a Gemini ascendant in this year. The one good thing can be that you have a Jupiter entering into your 7th house. The 7th house indicates relationships, marriage, marital life. So people who are in the marriageable age, I mean, of course, it's not people 73 to 79 or 62 to 66, but probably people who are born between in the later years. If you are in the marriageable age and if you have a Gemini ascendant, then this is that year for you where you can get married, where there is a lot of possibility for you to find a life partner, or there is something which is connected with let's say doing something for the society or doing something for the people or for the others can be a good activity. Okay, so now coming to the another set of years, which is 1967 to 1973. 1967 to 1973, people with Uranus in exaltation, and also people who were born between 1980 to 1987. So you are the set of people who have Uranus in exaltation in your charts. For you, it is going to be again a very interesting thing. And if at all you're going to be someone who is into technology, all of those people who are born between 67 to 73 and 80 to 87, if you're going to be into technology, I would say that this can be the cracker of the year for you, because the 9th lord is getting exalted, Uranus is getting exalted in 11th house, and you also have the Pluto moving into your 8th house, and 8th house is all about innovation, technology, engineering, and 9th lord getting into exaltation. If at all you're going to be into any sort of a new venture, a business venture, or maybe even a startup, all of those things can really, really work very well for you, because the 9th lord is getting exalted. 9th house means luck, and 11th house is profit. So that is fantastic. And also any kind of an overseas assignments, any kind of an international assignments can really, really give you a good return. So it's generally a sort of a good year for 67 to 73 and 80 to 87 born people, specifically if you're going to be into the field of technology. So talking about 1979 to 1984, okay, so this is one subset here. We're talking about 1979 to 1984 born people. For you, of course, it's going to be slightly a mixed bag, because you have the planet Uranus is exalted, so which is good. Pluto is moving into the 8th house, which is again, if at all you are into any work which involves a lot of manufacturing, engineering, technology, or any kind of a work which involves structured, process-oriented work, it's going to be good. But one thing is that you have a planet X in the 12th house. The 12th house indicates losses. The 12th house indicates some sort of a venture, failures, all of that stuff. So you need to be a little careful about that. 79 to 84 born people, if you're going to be jumping into something, you need to be a little careful. And the 8th house also indicates certain things coming to an end. Okay, so yeah, it's very highly possible that certain important activities, which you would have always been associated with, can come to a closure. Okay, so which is I would say, the biggest challenge that you may be facing in this kind of a work environment. Okay, so that is predominantly for people who are born with the Gemini ascendant. And yeah, I'm going to be talking about something more here at this point of time, and that is Gemini ascendant people. What are those positive things okay, connected to the Gemini ascendant? We talked about looking at the negative things connected with the Gemini ascendant is the planet X, which is going to be there in the 12th house for you. Okay, the 12th house can indicate foreign countries. So people who are born in the 67 to 73, 80 to, I would say 88 to 88 to 93, 85 to 93, of course. And the 1990s born people, all of those people who have planet X in a very good position, for you it is going to be good. But people who are born in 79 to 84 are the ones where you need to be a little careful about. Then planet Y, of course, is going to be debilitated in your 5th house. It is a 4th lord in debilitation in the 5th house. 4th house means family, the mother. 5th house means children. So there could be some sort of a, if at all you have children in that, in an area, in an age where they can be into education or something. So probably that can be taking your mind space. So children is going to be a focus area in this time. So you need to be focused on that also. It can sort of take up your time. So that, I think, is the biggest challenge in this time. And also some people will have the Chiron, of course, is also debilitated in the 10th house for some people. In that case, the Chiron will also give you some irritants, okay, connected to the career. So this is largely about, I would say, how it is going to be for people who are born with the Gemini Ascendant. And let's also talk about some of the famous celebrities, for whose life can be impacted because of the movement of Pluto into the 8th house and Saturn in the 8th house. Okay, let's talk about them. If I'm going to talk about some international celebrities, Ben Affleck, okay, and Robert De Niro, Dalai Lama, Arnold Schwarzenegger, all of these people have a Gemini Ascendant. Ben Affleck definitely has the 9th Lord exalted in the 11th house, which means he's going to be having some sort of a good money coming up. Some of his projects are going to do well and the money can come in. But then you're looking at these people who are born in the 40s and the 50s, that is Robert De Niro, Dalai Lama, and Arnold Schwarzenegger. In fact, Dalai Lama was born in the 1930s. So they can have some health irritants. So Pluto and Saturn moving into the 8th house can give some sort of a health irritant or some sort of other people's money connected issues, okay, which can be there to Dalai Lama and Arnold Schwarzenegger. Health can be an issue with probably all of these three gentlemen who have crossed their 60s. And if I want to talk about some international Indian celebrities, Karan Johar, Ekta Kapoor, both of them have Gemini Ascendant, both of them have the planet Uranus exalted. In fact, Karan Johar has got Uranus exalted, so 9th Lord and 11th house, which means internationally he can have some sort of a fame, some sort of money coming in. But Ekta Kapoor may have some challenges because she has the Pluto entering into the 8th house, Saturn entering into the 8th house. So a couple of planets entering into the 8th house can give her some sort of a trouble, especially in terms of other people's money. So maybe also she needs to take care of her health. And of course, children is going to be, her children are very young now. So a child, of course, is very young now. So which means there can be, in fact, Karan Johar and Ekta Kapoor, both of them have, both of them have given birth to children recently. That is because of the planet Y coming into the 5th house. Okay, very interesting. So which means they are going to be raising these kids, and that raising itself is raising very young children is always a painful issue. So probably that is the issue that they're going to go through. But the most important three people that I need to talk about is MS Dhoni, Gautam Gambhir, and Priyanka Gandhi. Okay, so Priyanka Gandhi is going to have the Pluto entering into the 8th house, which is not really a very, very good indicator. Yes, the Jupiter is going to enter into her 7th house, but that's not going to be very enough for her to do something great. But the 9th Lord, Uranus, is going to exalt it in the 11th house, which is good for her. So which means some of the work that she's going to do will give her some benefits. But largely speaking, because of the Saturn and the Pluto in the 8th house, she will have some troubles going her way. And finally, I'm coming to Gautam Gambhir and the one and only, the Talaiva, the most important person in Indian cricket, and that is MS Dhoni. Gautam Gambhir and MS Dhoni, both of them have Gemini Ascendant, and we know that Gautam Gambhir is these days is in some sort of a controversies regarding his political stuff. But the biggest person, the biggest Gemini Ascendant is MS Dhoni, and MS Dhoni is going to have the Pluto and Saturn entering into the 8th house, and 8th house is the house of something coming to an end. And he also has the planet X coming into the 12th house. Okay, so probably this year is going to be bringing in the end to the career of the great MS Dhoni, and we are going to be seeing some curtains. I see. Already probably there is a symbolically the lights are also going off here. Okay, so maybe that indicates that some sort of a such sort of a thing is going to happen even in the career of MS Dhoni. So that is what I'm feeling. So let's see what's going to happen. But MS Dhoni is going to be in the team which is going to go to Australia. Then I don't think it's going to be a very good idea because MS Dhoni's planets are not so very well placed. So it also means that in this current year's IPL, I am not very sure what is going to happen. Let's see after the squads are being announced. But yeah, so looking at the current situation, MS Dhoni's planets don't really seem to be very, very good. Okay, so that's it for today, people. Thank you very much for watching this video, and see you tomorrow with the Cancer Ascendant. Till then, goodbye, good night, and see you.